Governor Udom Emmanuel calls for peace, love and unity amidst Easter celebrations. Residents of Nsidibom local government count their losses as heavy wind pulled down buildings. Plus, ghastly motor accident in Enugu State. Occupants burnt beyond recognition. Hello, a very good evening. It's nice to have you join us on the news. My name is Evelyn Badu Ekbu. This broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times channel 103. You can also visit our Facebook and YouTube social media platforms to watch live. Governor Udom Emmanuel has called for love and unity of purpose, especially among the political class, as a reflection of the true meaning of Easter celebration. The governor made this call in Government House during his Easter broadcast. Kelvin Samuel reports.
Governor Wai applauding the people for their continuous support that has helped his administration achieve desired result despite the many challenges, noted that all this wouldn't have been possible without the help of God.
I'm happy to announce to you that the future of our children as far as our educational system is concerned is rock solid and it can only get better. Rural and riverine development aimed at curbing rural-urban migration was a key element of our 8-point agenda. Today, with over 90% of the gazetted villages linked to the national grid, with thousands of feeder roads constructed, hospitals and other secondary healthcare facilities constructed and equipped, our rural areas have never had it so good. With this policy also a central element of my successor's agenda, Akwa Ibom is on the cusp of further rural development. Our women and youths are becoming more entrepreneurial with our impactful interventions by my dear wife, the First Lady, through our signature pet project, Family Enhancement and Youth Reorientation Path Initiative, FERE. Our women have expanded their businesses and our youths have agreed to Dakada to the faith of their greatness. No longer are they totally waiting for government to provide them employment. These days, our youths are adding value, utilizing their hands and creative endeavors to create sustainable living for themselves.
He calls on the people, especially the aggrieved political class, to sheath their swords in the spirit of the season, join hands with the incoming governor to sustain the gains of his administration for the good of all.
Today, Akwa Ibom is generally seen and celebrated as one of the most peaceful states in the nation. We salute your dedication and remain convinced you will extend the same level of cooperation to the governor-elect. Akwa Ibom State is rising and it can only get better. Let me end this speech by again calling for unity and love amongst our people. We may have disagreements on political front. We may have pursued growth and development through different political prisms, but we must resist the impulse of letting politics create unbridgeable schism amongst us as kindred.
According to the governor, in the days to come, there will be a series of inaugurational projects that will precede transition of power in the state. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Akwa Ibom State Governor Udom Emmanuel, government functionaries, friends of the state and well-wishers are all gathered at the Government House Banquet Hall celebrating God's faithfulness for the past 8 years. Kelvin Samuel reports that the evening of hymns, which is presently ongoing, is with the theme, He Gave Himself for Me. Details of this report will be made available in our subsequent bulletin. Now, most residents of Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital, are counting their losses in millions after the heavy rain accompanied by wind, which took place on Easter Sunday. Kelvin Samuel reports that 3 buildings belonging to widows and a cleric in Nsidibom local government area were affected by the wind.
The 2023 Star celebration here in Akwa Ibom State came with mixed feelings. To some, it's a period of rejoicing, while others are experiencing hard times occasioned by the heavy downpour that took place around 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon of Easter Sunday. While the people were still worshiping God in the church, they returned home, to some of them only to be rendered homeless. Here in Nsukkum local government area of Akwa Ibom State, a number of buildings have collapsed as a result of the heavy wind that accompanied the rain.
So, and the building is condemned, and throughout the nights we were standing outside because the wind blown off the other roof and mount it here and roll it, condemn all the sink as you have seen.
And it happens, I can't help it because I know that all my facilities is totally down. So I give God all the glory. So far I didn't lose my life, but I've seen it when it happened like that. God says that in everything, let's give thanks to Him. But I've seen that I can't do anything so far as it has happened.
Because since that yesterday we were stay outside, we don't have any place to hide ourselves.
Having been rendered homeless, the people are now crying out for government and spirited individuals in the spirit of the season to come to their aid, as they now have no place to lay their head when the night falls.
I am calling for the state governments and relevant agencies to come and assist me and my neighbors.
But I don't even have any good place now to relax since yesterday. I'm just standing. Even though I feel to sleep, I don't have where to sleep now because all my rooms, all my facilities totally down.
And they should come and help us to assist us so that we have a place to stay.
Those seriously affected are two old widows, a little boy said to have been hospitalized, a cleric who was in the church at the time of the incident, and a number of other buildings in Uyo capital, including the fence of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Channel 12, Uyo.
In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
The Enugu Police Command has confirmed the ghastly motor accident which occurred at Ituku Junction, Enugu, and Port Harcourt Expressway, Enugu State on Easter Day. According to the Police Public Relations Officer, Enugu State, Daniel Ndukwe, the accident occurred around 8:30 in the evening and involves a Mercedes-Benz tipper with registration number AAA 285XR and an 18-seater bus with registration number NKE 622XA. Reports has it that it was a head-on collision which resulted in both vehicles bursting up in flames, while all occupants were burnt beyond recognition, except the tipper driver, who is currently hospitalized. Commissioner of Police Enugu State CP Ahmed Amani has, however, ordered a full-scale investigation into the incident. We now pause for a break. The news continues after this timeout. To stay.
Roseville Hotel. Come, feel the luxury of our contemporary hotel. We offer lodging and accommodation. Stay at our deluxe executive and luxury suites for your comfort. Experience extravagant dining and delicious meals by expert chef. Lounge at our exquisite VIP bar. Enjoy 24 hours power supply with free Wi-Fi services. Our security system is top-notch to ensure your safety. Ample parking space and laundry services available. The ambience is serene to make your stay memorable. We are located at number 1 Julius Badge Road off House of Assembly Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For reservations, call 070-650-41139. Roseville Hotel, hospitality at its best.
This is the dawn of our new.
Quality education of the young developing mind is not an all-comer affair, but to the diligent. This is where Tower of Ivory Schools Nigeria comes to bear. Tower of Ivory Schools Nigeria comprises of 3 elementary schools and 3 secondary schools. located in secured environments, equipped with the state-of-the-art modern and updated facilities. Enroll your word in any of the following schools: Tower of Ivory Schools, Edienabak; Tower of Ivory Schools, Idoro Road, Uyo; Tower of Ivory International Academy, Airport Road, Uyo, all in Akwa Ibom State; and Tower of Ivory Schools, Ada George Road, Port Harcourt, River State, with boarding facilities in Edienabak and shuttle buses for pickup at Airport Road, Uyo, and Ada George Road, Port Harcourt. Admission is ongoing. For inquiries, please call 0803 386 3339, 0907 038 3573, 0907 038 3574. Email tois.contact@gmail.com. Tower of Ivory Schools, Nigeria. Hope at last for quality education.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with the NTA. The Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Yaudo Ndayo, cordially invites members of the Senate, management staff, and entire members of the University of Uyo community to the 2023 Covenant Service of the institution, scheduled for Tuesday, April 11, 2023. A statement signed by the Acting Registrar Linus Okoko indicates that the 2023 Covenant Service with Hope is billed to take place at the 1,000-seater capacity TED Fund Auditorium, University of Uyo Main Campus, Wanyiba Road, by 10 in the morning. The Covenant Service will have Dr. Sylvanus Ukafia as guest speaker. Nigeria expresses hope that the United Nations Open-Ended Working Group and all the persons would progress beyond discussions to address gaps in existing international human rights instruments for the promotion of the rights and dignity of older persons. Nigeria's position was presented at the 13th meeting of the United Nations Open-Ended Working Group on Aging. Onengie Fineface reports.
Established by our United Nations resolution in December 2010, the Open-Ended Working Group on Aging considers existing international framework of the human rights of older persons.
Nigeria once again lends her support.
Director General of the National Senior Citizen Center, Amen Omokaru, presenting Nigeria's national statement, notes that existing international legal frameworks are inadequate to address the rights, needs of older persons.
Recognizing all the achievements that Nigeria has made, the importance of a universally and legally binding instrument cannot be overemphasized. It compels best practices, partnerships, peer review for progressive realization of the rights that uphold respect and dignity of older persons.
Nigeria, she says, has demonstrated its commitment to the promotion and protection of the rights of older persons through the Federal Executive Council approval of policy frameworks, guidelines, and procedures for sustainably promoting the rights of older persons.
With the passage of the National Senior Citizen Center Act 2017 and the establishment of a dedicated agency by the federal government of Nigeria to identify and cater for the needs of older persons, Nigeria has, by its internal action, displayed its commitment to ensuring older persons' inclusivity in its development agenda.
The working group also identifies other possible gaps and how best to address them, including the consideration of further legal instruments and measures. Onengie Fineface, NT News.
It's now time for the latest in the world of sports.
Argentina have replaced Indonesia as the host of the 2023 FIFA Under-20 World Cup. The South American country submitted a formal bid to stage the tournament after FIFA stripped Indonesia of its hosting right, thereby paving the way for Argentina to make the formal bid, which was later accepted. The tournament starts on May 20. Nigeria's Flying Eagles, two-time finalists at the World Cup, are among the 24 teams scheduled to participate in the competition in Argentina. The Nigerian side finished third in the just concluded CAF Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt, and the team is expected to make a strong show at the 2023 World Cup. The 24 nations that qualified to this year's tournament will be drawn into 6 groups of 4 teams. The top 2 finishers in each group advance to the knockout stage. Meanwhile, Nigeria's under-15 male national football team known as Future Eagles have begun camping ahead of the Dream Cup tournament in Japan. Nigeria first participated in the tournament in 2019, where they won the 3rd place. 29 players, 3 coaches and 3 officials are in camp, while 6 players are still being awaited, and they'll be under the guidance of the coaches and officials.
It has been a wonderful time since we came last night, and this morning we have our first training session, which is very okay, and we hope that in the next 10 days we will have a very wonderful opportunity to see all these boys and get the best out of them.
And finally, Anthony Joshua has announced that he will not return to the ring until December, following this month's win over Jamie Franklin. The former unified heavyweight champion Joshua, who has fought 25 times with 22 knockouts, has been linked with a fight against Dillian White and Tyson Fury, following his unanimous decision victory over American Franklin at the O2. But Joshua appeared to suffer a nose injury during the fight and required lengthy absence from the sport. In 2021, Joshua lost unified WBA, WBO and IBF heavyweight titles to Alexander Usyk and could not reclaim them when he lost his rematch in 2022 also to the Ukrainian. With sport updates, Clement Olorutoba, NT News.
And to end the news, a recap of the top stories. Governor Dom Emmanuel has called for peace, love and unity amidst Easter celebrations. Residents of Nsidi-Bom local governments have countered their losses as heavy wind pulled down buildings. You also heard in the news that ghastly motor accident has occurred in Enugu State and all occupants burnt beyond recognition. And that's the news. To be a star, join NTA's campaign to stand against rape and rapists. Many thanks for watching. Wisdom Jacob standing by for the news translation. From me, it's good night.
Todo Emmanuel yem bono wedi ma kire ken yung bake edidiana ket kinyo soro Easter me bono wosir mo kan ko karan sribum e bad mem posita mo ke na ko so fam awud mo fo mo muno mo te tape ke nugu gwang mon sigi do nge se di kangata to do so with media nge o kan ngi so ide mo e ko membo so ni nembu bre yum Incredible Wisdom Jacob. Adai wuru kara stede me tu Dom Emmanuel amasunu yo. Akud mbono wo. Abo ya anyi ma enyo ai ba ke di diara kit. Apana ban mbon kambru kara. Enyo ai enam bo ya sa kem. Muto ini emi anyuni bagami. Anyaka na medio me kini akatang ko. Ano stede me kaba usoro Easter iskoi ba me. Kumbu kami fon.
Dan wuru karastere me tu Dom Emmanuel kini ka komambono wo ki berede me kaiso adino anya anamaya ukaramo atru nan bosodo nan siem frabang ke anam jaidi on ke fet nan pomi ibe ketunan adieke abasi mik bisen noan yes no yokun bono wo parapan bon kambru kara ekopi ya srebo yak isnet fremo ke foku to inemi enyo idiano bo Mofa ada wuru karastere di dia ba todo e kaiso rikrunen ufon afun bonowo nyama kaiso ayo wana yam bonowo ni shoba e bo ken musen sidi kiso ke ya kaiso di ibere mention siompo da todo asa agaro ken nutum adi yahu kara no fambon sidi kamu kara kaste Wisdom Jacob kombo NTA
sirma Nique uyodo if mon karastere me so I bad mem posita modo ko wa ko se mem million naira ke posong de magasa ke me fam market pe ke Sunday akodo Easter kombo ngina nam ya idio ku foita ado ake me bekpa akoro ke kwori ko kan ko kan sribu ane kedo mu force afuma me made me ke bia e kombo min fon to kombo
Flu for me, there are me ingate me baba. A man and no me unna no it took say me minga kamakuna coro. So Gagino do an go for you again. Mbaka mimbo Yakob me, is no woman no mean, coming in boy by Abanduki in no mean.
Government book. In young men book. Come in there who could have body sang. Either Andy come a sang sang. A woman no on the ambo Yasu woman young men. Book.
Usoro Easter iswa 2023 mika kwaibum adoke mention su sono mbono kini edo ini dara ano sowo diena kapado mfo ano usong bono wo akene kposon idim akan depe kini mbono wo diso ko ba ku fo basi ekpono basi ndien tem mo di nyon ka fo ika iketu fo mo ba mika ko karan sribum ke akwaibum state Yama ke nam jam mo ina no fo bun sen pon tepe me tepe no sinu yo e koru kara yembono wosi ini ubo ebo ya ibe no to ini emi edi sinu wa me non dimo si ado ida mi abaro ni mo ini itie sen ni mo ikoma ni mi wud ni mo kini yo makam adam mi tie sen man fra me ne ka bado atepe ga no me be paiba ito ina ka ba go fo ibo Kwori ko ka ba ku fo ba si kini mpon te pe mi te pe ke ye mention si u fo fen if mu karastere mi okoro o ko fo utem NTA uyo wisdom Jacob
e tubo mo fo wenta ifyo uyo ata ifyo ya udon da yo asunu yo ko bono wo si kamutem mi bo wo ku fo wenta ifyo ro okoro menautem ye frefen bono wo si ba kan kamuro Boya Kennedy wana yo ken lutum mbono kam anyaki swa 2023 ade titie bongo di sere ke mi do sene film do kit kiswa isoke sinemi gangwed a kamitente when no fong when tai fiodo line sokoko ke sunubo awrobo ke di namami ade titie ke awon fong wed anyada kusongwa iba mekuyo kenkani ka duop ubasen Ndian elemi edi tumomi ado Dr. Silvanos Okafia adido akpana kworiko gangin bon di trembo kono yomi ado tutum bon kanikadu ba sen di temeki kup frefen membo mi tonyin tutiniero zero
Welcome to Carabana Hotel and Suites, a place where your hospitality is our priority. Situated in a serene and well-secured environment with 24 hours power supply,